Hello and welcome to the International Pentagon Challenge. My name is Kyanite and together we'll be embarking on a very special Football Manager journey where we'll aim to try and win every major international competition in all 5 continents, forcing our hand to play with hundreds of different types of players and most importantly hopefully create loads of awesome different types of tactics along the way. Once that's complete, only then are we allowed to set our sights on the biggest of all goals, the FIFA World Cup. How many nations will we have to manage until we work our way to the top? How many dodgy names will we have to pronounce along the way? So hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hopefully we're going to have a lot of fun along the way.
Alright, hello everyone and welcome to episode 23 of the International Pentagon Challenge. You've probably noticed by now, after watching the past few videos, that I look the same in all of them. That's because, like, one of the cool things about these international tournaments, as opposed to like normal FM saves, is that the friendlies I kind of play like throughout the week without giving too much attention for. It's more about building a tactic and kind of approach I feel comfortable with and learning about my players. And then when it comes to these big tournaments, I get to basically like dedicate half a day towards playing and recording through all of them, which is great. I think that's kind of important in tournaments like these because I don't want to disappear for 2 days and come back and play again and then be like, what happened 2 days ago? And it means that I can like record footage, and obviously it means that I have to spend a lot of time editing that footage all in one go, but I find that it works better, which is pretty cool. So yeah, let's just take a quick look at what's gone on in the Asian Cup in the previous second round. Obviously, it's only our game to go. Lebanon beat Indonesia 3-1. Vietnam beat Syria 2-2 on penalties. Saudi Arabia still managerless. Tell you what, given that they've not got a manager, they're doing a pretty good job, and that's going to be a match and a half. Asian Cup quarter-final, Lebanon against Saudi Arabia. Wow. Okay. Iraq beat South Korea, which is a phenomenal result for them. Iran beat Oman 1-0. It took, I think, a goal in the 89th minute, 94th minute to seal the deal. So, you know, Oman, they've been defending well so far this tournament. Shame to see them go. They probably deserve it. Japan beat Uzbekistan 3-1, and Qatar beat China 4-2. So now really we just wait for us to play against Thailand. Now Thailand have a very good team, much better than I initially anticipated, but I've got a rough idea of the players we need to basically look out for, and a rough idea about how they look to play their football. So, I mean, at the moment, a part of me wants to keep the target man on because Thailand are a lot shorter than we are, and they're not good in the air, and they've been pretty poor in terms of conceding from crosses. But another part of me is just like, he shouldn't be on the pitch. Like, he's not delivering, you know what I mean? I think we'll leave him as an option to come off on the bench. But anyways, I don't know why I'm discussing this right now. Let's head straight into the game. Okay, so as expected, Thailand are lining up with a 4-3-3. Now, Jaded up front is the main player we're looking out for. Now, actually comparing a lot of these players in Thailand and their value and the amount they get paid per week, they're on a lot more than some of our players, to be fair. I don't know if I've underestimated Thailand. I think one area that Thailand have an advantage is they've got like a German Thai guy, Swiss Thai guy. This guy looks, he looks like half Thai maybe. No, he's actually full Thai, fair play. But yeah, so yeah, they have like some half and half players, which, like, nations that have a lot of half-half players tend to bring in better talent. But as you can see, we have gone in with Kim Yu-sung up front, whilst you don't have that many half North Korean people. Kim Yu-sung up front, because to be fair, he looked really good when he came on in the last game. Except he's not going to be playing as a target man, he's going to be playing as a deep lying forward. These guys are going to, of course, be man-marking the opposition wingers. And we're really kind of expecting Thailand in that 4-3-3 to have more possession than us, play a nice short passing game, but we're better aerially. I think our direct play and looking to get the ball from back to front relatively quickly will be something that will work pretty well for us. Even though we are better than them in the air, I don't necessarily think that's the case up front, up against their centre-backs. So for that reason, we'll go with low crosses because we're now playing with a deep-lying forward. So Kyung-jin, who got the third goal for us in the last game, will start this game, and both fullbacks will start things off on defend. So, off we kick. And, yeah, I mean, I think it's obviously the main reason why I showed you guys the results in the last round is because we saw like the odd upset here and there. So it just goes to show that if we can actually win this game and then get a nice draw going into the next round, then we could end up doing pretty well. But let's just focus on actually beating Thailand first, who are a very good team. In comparison to us, obviously, not necessarily in comparison to a lot of the other teams in this division. One thing I wanted to do as well was actually go in hard on Supai Jaidid because he, as you can see from his average rating, he's been phenomenal for them so far this event. But then again, so was Choey for us. Ball into the box. Oh! Han heads to the bar. It's still alive, though. Can we drill that? No, he's offside. Oh, God. Well, I mean, maybe that's a sign that we can actually still beat their centre-backs in... What on earth is that? Still beat their centre-backs in the air from crosses? So we might... If it seems like we're not creating that many opportunities, maybe remove them low-drilled crosses. Why have you cleared that for a corner? Why? At least put it out for a throw-in. I mean, you had plenty of time. I don't really see us conceding from any corners against Thailand. I think on average, we're all about like 5 centimetres taller than they are. So, yeah, we should be okay within that regards. And like I said, I feel like the way we play football, the way we're set up and whatnot, should be able to match them pretty well. Maybe could do with being a little bit more wider. Hello, defender. That's why I didn't want to go too mad with like raising our defensive line, because just had a funny feeling that that jaded guy playing up front might have a fair amount of pace on him. Not played as well as I would have liked, you know. I'd like to see us maybe create more chances. But it's difficult. I mean, we're on comprehensive highlights, and the idea is that, you know, for the first 10, 15 minutes, you pick up on things and tweak as you go along. Heads. Oh. But when on comprehensive, you're not even getting any highlights, and it's just a midfield battle. There's not really much you can do with the information the game's feeding you. Finish. Once again, like, working our way into the box, and then just... Come on, ref. Bloody hell. Just not really finishing off the job. Unlucky. Unlucky. I think we've looked okay aerially. So, I'm going to remove that. I think we can afford to raise our defensive line a little bit more. And we'll tell the lads to be a little bit more expressive. Let's try and... Oh, it's hit the post! We've hit the bar and we've hit the post. I think next shout will be get creative, I think. I want to see more from our midfielders in terms of feeding the front three. I think based on the chances we've seen so far, the Thai defence today is just here for the taking. It really is. They're playing really negative with only one up front. We could do maybe with... Shoot! Oh, we could do maybe with the fullback getting a little bit more adventurous as well. We're going to do that. Yeah, we'll tell Cho Ok Choi to do it. He's a more pacey one. So his runs will be a little bit more effective, I think. Finish! Oh! What? Did you see that? Like, that was the weirdest thing. So, we had a shot on goal. It comes back off the post. And then their centre-back kicks it against our player. And it bounces against the keeper. Oh, that is... Oh, my God. How have we not scored yet? How have we not scored? There's only one team so far in this game. And, well... They have a nuclear weapon. Oh, unlucky. I do know, based on our scouting report, that they've struggled really with 2 up front. So, we've decided to give them 3. And there we go. It's a 3 versus 3 situation now. Why did you do that, Kim? We were just complimenting you. You should have played it into Han. Nickname him Han Solo. Go on, Han. It's a bit of a poor cross, that. I mean, to be fair, he's not really a crosser. Yeah, we've been knocking, but no one's really been opening the door for us. The left back looks stressed, which is a shame. But we don't really have another option because our main left back is obviously suspended. I think I'd like to see Han do a little bit better. I think areas where we've caused them problems are definitely kind of out wide. But it doesn't really feel like we need to adjust to try and make that a little bit more effective. Wouldn't mind bringing on Ruon Chol for Jujong Chol. Not sure if they're related. Both seem to be from the Chol family. Because the latter was having a bit of a poor game. Thailand look like they've gone even wider here, which is intriguing. Oh, hello, he's offside. Maybe not. Oh no! What have you done there? What have you done there? What is this finishing? Oh God. Okay, we opt to play out the back for some reason. Oh, that's a... Go on. Head. Finish. No. Takes a deflection. And that's why sometimes I like drilled crosses in this game. He's had a poor game. So he's going to come on now as the target man. I mean, we know Thailand are smaller than us. We know that they've conceded most of their goals from crosses. So we're just going to bloody do it. You know, let's just... Yeah. I'd maybe like to get our left back involved a bit more like our right back. Oh, it almost worked there, you know. Almost worked there, big guy in the middle of the box. Cross was floated in, and we've had 2 clear-cut chances. Thailand haven't even shot at our goal yet. Seems like the AI this year, every time they take a set piece, it is just like to this guy. Good tackle, come on. No, who's that to? Okay. There's an offside in it somewhere, apparently. It's been all Thailand now. Head, oh God. Last few highlights have been all blue. Which is not really great for us. It doesn't help when you throw the ball straight to their bloody player, does it? You can tell they've started throwing more men forward. Oh, for God's sake, Mr. Target Man. Oh, he's had a good last 10 minutes, that guy. I don't know. Oh, no. Really? They brought the pacey guy on up front, and we just gave him a penalty, didn't we? Guys, give me strength. How many chances did we have to win that game? How many? I'd say, let's put the centre back up front. But our target man is better aerially than our centre-backs. That tells you a lot about the quality of our centre-backs. I can't believe we're going to lose to Thailand now. Cannot believe it. Oh. Hoof. Plays it backwards. Oh. Just whip it in. You got the massive guy to aim for. And he plays it into the small striker. Heads. Why is that a free kick to Thailand? Cho won us offside. Are you just going to get, like, loads of offside highlights now? It's like, here you go, big target man. And it's just, I don't know. Literally, like, target man guy's gone from my favourite player in this whole side last year, where he was just winning everything in the air and scoring for fun. I was like, wow, this guy's a lot better than what his attributes suggest. Just being absolutely useless. Come on. Job done. Look at all my Angola tactics. Alright, we've just gone back to the usual approach now, obviously. We've made all 3 substitutions. We are looking very, very... well, we're looking tired in midfield, to say the least, now. And I think we're going to have to adjust for that, really. We're going to decrease our passing directness a little bit. Tell them to work the ball into the box. And, yeah, we'll leave it at that, really. And make sure these guys are man-marking the right players, too. Thailand have not really shown up until the last 10 minutes, to be honest. I'm not sure if it's because in the central areas they're playing with 3 players and ours are starting to tire. What are you doing? You're just giving him the ball. Seems to think there's a highlight coming from this. Surely not. That's offside. Another phenomenal offside highlight. It'd be really great if in FM19 you could choose, like, events had types. So, like, you could have an offside event or a clear-cut chance event. You know, because, like, when you have it on key highlights... Oh, for God's sake. He's up against 2 knackered centre-backs, this guy, Tamasan. Ekanit Tamasan, 19 years old, and he's making our centre-backs, he's making fun of them. Tell him I'm not happy with what I've seen. I mean, how much deeper can we drop? I think the solution for it is going to have to be to play with a defensive midfielder now, within that respect. Just try and protect them a little bit more. Other than that, we'll go back to balanced. And, yeah. Let's start extra time and see what we can build. They're looking a lot narrower than they did earlier on in the game, which is understandable. That's why they're doing it. Especially after seeing us go a little bit more direct. Was that a 2-footed challenge there, or an attempt for a 2-footed challenge? He's causing us problems, this lad. He is causing us problems. Sweeper keeper to try and sweep him up. Where is he? He's only on a 6.6, but like the match engine doesn't recognise play like that. His runs, I just mesmerising at the moment. Not happy with how direct we're being there. Let's try to get the ball in the middle a bit more to those slightly more creative players. Like, I don't feel like penalties would really cut it for me. Nice. Nice. Oh. Can't be too harsh on him. He did get the equaliser, but... Yes! Yes! Jang Cook Chol with the header from a corner. And it's nice to see the time dedicated to set pieces has paid off. I think come the second half of extra time, we could do with turning one of our Mezzalas onto a more of a defensive midfielder. Yeah, that's happened. We were chasing a goal, and it's left our back four absolutely cream-crackered. We need the goal now. Jesus Christ. It's like the guys at the front of the team do all the hard work, and then the defence, it just gets undone in a matter of seconds against average players. All they've done is sub a fast guy on who's 19 years old, and he just bloody got a goal at the Asian Cup. Oh, played across goal. Cho. They've had 3 shots on target and just scored from 2. I mean, these guys are no... Oh. I don't think these guys are doing their man marking anymore. I think I may have turned it off. No, they are. I am really worried. I am really worried that they've got it in them, Thailand, to grab a goal up against our knackered defence. I'm going to turn him into a ball-winning midfielder. Now, I know it doesn't really make sense, but he's got 79% on him. So I need legwork in the middle of the park right now. And if it's going to come from someone, it's going to come from him. I'm not really that bothered about, getting the half spaces and stuff. We have another Mazzala on the pitch. I want him to work for the team now. Up against a very knackered defence. Finish. No! How's he saved that? Oh. North Korea. Why are you doing this to me? No, that's not the ball, mate. Oh. 4 clear-cut chances. I mean, I don't know. I've not got it in me to put the fullbacks on support, and they're both on like 60-odd%. Win it. Nope. No. He's a talent and a half, that lad. He's a talent and a half, and he's going to get the winner now, isn't he? What? Why have you given a penalty? Well, look, I mean, it was 2-1 at one point. Is he? He's not going to save it. It was 2-1 at one point. He's only given a minute's added time. We're absolutely all over them. And it's been the story of the tournament, really. Can we stick one of these up front as well? Yeah, like, I don't know. There's 2 of their goals are from penalties. I mean, the first one was a penalty, but I don't know what this one was for. You call that a hoof? With a minute's added time. Like, the fact that they just scored that goal there just sums it up, right? Like, we throw everyone forward and they do that. What was he even trying to do? Like, hoofing the ball forward? He's like, oh, yeah, you know, I'll just give it to the defensive midfielder, even though we've got about 8 up front. Why would you do that? I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm even going to keep the job. You watched as your side hit the woodwork an incredible 4 times during the course of the match. I hope we get offered the Saudi job. Oh my god. It's just the types of goals we concede with North Korea just really frustrate me. When the guys up front aren't putting away the chances, it's like, we go into every game, no, we're going to concede, so we have to score to iron them out. I'm not sure whether or not I'm going to resign. I mean, I could still get sacked, right? Thailand given controversial penalty. The fact that 2 of their goals came from penalties, and we made it 2-1, and then they just scored straight away. Yeah. Unbelievable, really. I've been warned by the authorities. That's like one thing I really don't like. I don't think I've ever seen it where a penalty doesn't look like a penalty, and you say it doesn't look like a penalty, and you never get warned by the authorities, it shows the authorities made the right decision and whatnot. Like, do they ever say, "Oh, they made the wrong decision"? Like, I don't think I've ever seen it where they admit the wrong decision was made. I'm really just waiting to see what happens in the Asian Cup, because normally people get sacked right at the end of the Cup. And that's why you guys didn't really find out about our sacking from Angola until late on. So I'm going to continue through the whole Asian Cup, and I'll be back with you guys in a sec. Okay guys, here we are then. So Iraq have won the AFC Asian Cup. Japan got third place, and Iraq actually beat Japan 1-0. Just look at the sheer number of 1-0s Iraq got. Just goes to show you don't need to score more, that many goals to win a football match. You just, stay solid at the back and don't concede sloppy goals, and you'll be all right. And the Football Association are pleased that the team reached the second round of the Asian Cup. They're confident you'll meet their expectations in the forthcoming competitions. So it doesn't look like we're going to get sacked, which is not what I expected. And it also makes me wonder what their expectations are for future competitions. Because in terms of future competitions, we still have this East Asian Football Federation Cup coming up. And it's just basically each team plays each other once, I believe, and you end up with a champion. So, I mean, we're not really going to beat South Korea or Japan. Well, we'd give China a go, really, wouldn't we? But there's no guarantee we're really going to beat them either, unfortunately. And it's not until December next year. So we've got quite a long time until that. And it is being... How's the event being hosted in Japan and it's a neutral stadium? Yeah, I'm not really quite sure how that works. Yeah, I'm not sure if I want to keep the North Korea job. I know I was talking about... the reputation's not gone up, because we didn't really beat anyone. I know I was talking about them sacking me, but I'm just not sure if the quality of players really maintains much fire in my belly to take on the job. It's tough, because a lot of our better players are the older players who are going to start to really retire, I feel, from international football if we are to plan ahead. Because, I mean, after the East Asian Cup, where we're probably just... I mean, we're going to have fun playing against South Korea and Japan, right? But it's not really chasing silverware. And the next Asian Cup isn't for, I think, another 2 years, maybe? So I don't know if we can really achieve much progression with North Korea. They're going through a bit of a transition phase, looking at ages. You can see that a lot of these players are above the age of 30, and a lot of these players, 28, 27, 26, and honestly, looking at some of the players in the under-23 sides, I don't know why the game produces poor North Korean regens, but they just don't excite me whatsoever. I don't look at the youth players. I mean, to be fair, this guy's okay, but he's a defensive midfielder / centre-back and has 6 tackling. It just feels like we've come into the North Korea job. We've played at another international event. We'll have gotten, I hope, a reputation boost behind the scenes. And I don't know, maybe now it is time for us to just walk away and see if we can get a job at a nation that just has more potential. So let's take a look at if any sackings happened on the back of... Well, okay, they did. So Bahrain, all these countries are looking for new managers. Obviously, Saudi reached the final without a manager. I have applied for the job. I'd assume if I was to get the job, I would have got it by now. But actually, there are some decent jobs going here. So if we go to job security, I feel like we stand a chance of getting any job where the reputation is 1.5 stars. Maybe if we're lucky, 2 stars. Like, I don't know if the fact that in my profile I speak Arabic helps me get one of these jobs. The UAE would be an exciting job. I actually think it would be. They have a lot of money pumped into their youth systems, like obviously Man City and whatnot. They have some real good players, like this guy. Probably heard of him. I mean, he's 31 in the game right now, but much better player, quality of player than we have at North Korea, trust me. So I think I am going to apply for some of these jobs, guys. I don't think I'll be allowed anywhere near the Japan and South Korea jobs, but nations like Kuwait, the UAE, would Jordan be much of a step up? I'm not sure, you know. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below, and I think I'll call it a day there. It's just such a shame it had to end. Oh, what a terrible run of form. Literally gone from this to this. And it makes me wonder whether or not I need to change it around tactically. Thanks for watching.